Thank you all for watching KMBS TV. I'm your host, Tony Lewis. I have a very interesting guest today. Guess where she's from? She's from China. Her name is Sissy. Sissy, welcome to the show.
Me too.
How did you come to the idea of having such a beautiful name? I know that's not your birth name, so tell me about it. What's going on?
My name?
Yes, I want to know.
I gave myself this name when I was 20 years old
Okay.
because always I'm very scared for everything.
Okay.
And after 20 years old, I become a kind of CEO of my brand. So I want to be more brave.
Okay.
I didn't want to forget who I was. So I stay with this name.
Nice, I like it. And so now that brings us to the topic of she happens to be the CEO of a very interesting name brand, which is called Le Magic. This is something that she started in Paris and has now also become very, very big in China. Tell us about it. What's going on with your brand?
For the magic.
Yes.
It's right now we're creating our own events.
Okay.
And also our own products like dresses or like earrings, this kind of things. That's only related to the ball. So, like for example, this year on the 15th of June,
Okay.
then we will host a ball in Paris.
Nice.
Yes, and we invited 800 like high-level people around the world, and like the 30 of the 800 will be Chinese ladies.
Nice, nice. Now, I understand that one of your movements in these ball functions is to make the Chinese women a little more confident about themselves, like come out of their shell, so to speak. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yes, because Chinese ladies, usually they're very traditional.
Okay.
And they live for their parents,
Yes.
their children, their husbands, and they give all their life, their time to family.
Okay.
And I felt very sad for them. And I created this brand for my mom, actually, yes, because she was a housewife, but she was not happy, like always. So I feel like sorry for them. I think maybe I could do something for them when I grow up. Then when I went to some different international ball in Monaco, in New York, in Paris, in Vienna, I feel like it's a different experience.
Okay.
And after that, maybe we could meet different people and we could be more confident for ourselves. It's why I bring them to a different ball.
Nice.
Paris, in Europe, in America.
Yep.
Even. Yes.
Very nice. We had something similar happen here in America where women's liberation, I believe it was in the 60s or maybe early 70s, women rebelled against society's pressures that they had to be stereotyped into a role, like you were saying, just to be a housewife taking care of babies. And the American women, the way they rebelled is by taking their bra off and tossing it in a trash bin or burning it, destroying it. That was their message of saying, no more. We want to be equal, just the same as men are. And I'm glad you're doing something about that, because if Chinese women have always been repressed into these role models, some of them don't want to be that. They don't want to do that. So I'm glad that you're doing this for them. That's very commendable. I'm very, very impressed.
Yes, they are very afraid to be an image, to be in the public.
Sure, sure.
Or to be wild.
Okay.
Okay.
They could be wild inside, but they're not allowed to culturally. They could just be seen.
Yeah.
In the early days of this country, we were so conservative in social functions, a woman could not be heard. They only could be seen. And it would only be at certain moments that the woman would be allowed to speak, which is ridiculous. Society puts a lot of unnecessary pressure on us, and in particular, women.
Yes.
And I'm glad you recognize that. So I think you're a very modern woman. And thank you for assisting your culture. You're going to liberate some women. I like that.
I hope so.
Yeah,
My
absolutely.
dream.
Yeah. Now,